Guys, welcome back into the Fiend 1v1 tournament brought to you by KD2M. My name is Flavor and we'll be featuring the match in between Ichigo versus Soloz on game 2 this time, where we saw that Ichigo took game 1 from Soloz assault with 2-1 kills with the usage of Fiend. So we'll be changing into the screen for this one this time. And we'll be still featuring Fiend again. I know it's kind of boring having Fiend 1 over and over again with a match. I mean, like, it's a tournament itself, right? Alright, so this time, since we've been seeing too much of Soloz being at the die side, we'll be looking at how Soloz performs in the Radiant side this time. Alright, so we'll be seeing Ichigo on the die side for now. Alright, so 4 seconds away from the start of the match. So, I mean, like, sorry to say, but the kind of item build coming for both sides is kind of like more or less the same. They're both going for Wraith Bands and Eyeboot Branch. As you can see, yep, the same one. The difference is that Ichigo can afford having a Smearville, while Soloz decides to be, a bit, he decides to be too mainstream. He decides that Smearvilles are too mainstream, and went off with the normal careers, alright? So you can see that donkey right there. So I'm like, I haven't announced the word donkey for quite some time. Right, so standing off in front of both sides. If only they can see each other in this one. So the people are very well entertained by the game as well. They really like what they were seeing, especially that nice first blood kill coming from Ichigo itself, despite it's a nice rate of 1-to-1. It's only two heroes, basically it is a 1-to-1. Right, but Ichigo managed to kill him first before
30 seconds
Soloz got it. It's a bit quicker on the hands itself. I mean, this is the first time I see Soloz losing a match, because if this wasn't a best of 3, Ichigo would have won the match itself. But it's the best of 3 itself, so Ichigo needs to win one more time, and Soloz needs to win 2 more times to ensure that he gets the title itself, right? So advantage going on with Ichigo. This is the grand finals. Game 2 is underway. 5 more seconds before the creeps are out for the first wave.
The battle begins.
And here we go. Alright, blocking as always. Here's the block. Soloz has left out that creep a few times already. I'm not sure what happened. He even left out in the game previously, as well as the game previously as well. Right? Is it a technique, or he purposely did it for some trick that has? So he kind of left it again. I'm like, Soloz, what happened? Right. So we're having lessons in nice once again. So there we go, the 1-to-1 trade up. I'm sorry, I forgot to open lessons in the nice, right? 1-to-1 right there. A bit slow Soloz this time. I mean, like, he might be terrified coming from, the loss that he faced just now. Ooh, really nice one. 2-to-1. Soloz. I mean, like, he's trying to show his potential in terms of farming. He knows he can do it. I mean, like, this time he should show his true colors this time. Kind of missed out this time. 3-to-1. It seems that Ichigo is currently taking the last hits in the nice, but despite having 4 last hits and 1 denies, Ichigo has 3 denies. I mean, like, he's good in terms of both. I mean, some people tend to be really good at getting those last hits, but by the time they get to this denies, I mean, like, they kind of lose out. So you can see that Soloz is a good team player to take with. Any team which has Soloz in it should be very proud of this player, because he's very flexible to both last hits and denies, right? So the kind of gameplay he plays is quite interesting as well, right? So Ichigo, before Soloz decides to deny last range creep itself, he decides to cast on Shadow Rays. He doesn't want to waste it. This is a tournament. It's no time to keep those mana itself, unless you're having smart plays. Right, 6 last hits come from both sides, 4 denies by Soloz. That's the only advantage he has right now. 2 denies, 5 denies, 7 last hits by Ichigo, 7 last hits by Soloz this time. Wow. 8 losses by Ichigo, right? He needs to step up a bit in terms of denies. If not, yes, he can last hit. We can't deny that. If not, he won't be reaching out to grand finals. There we go. 9 last hits, 3. Ooh, finally he's trying to catch up. Soloz this time, 9 last hits. 7, nice. Last is going on bit by bit, so it seems that Ichigo is trying to keep up in terms of denies as well. So Ichigo just got off his item. He has the boots first rather than Soloz. Soloz goes in with magic stick first, upper hand. I mean, like, maybe now's not the right time to have boots yet. He has his own plan. Soloz has his own plan, but Ichigo decides to be having that mobility is kind of good for the game. Oh my gosh, Solo needs to make a run for this. One last hit. I mean, like, what was Solo doing? Oh my gosh, first blood right here. Solo's just
Radiant's
drew
middle
first
tower
blood
is under
coming on from the
attack.
tower. I mean, I mean that was an awesome play. I mean, like, it wasn't awesome. I mean, it was lucky enough that Solo's has enough, mobility and stuff to make the run for it. If Ichigo did retract back, just like he could have just catch up to Solos, but he thought, the race was sufficient enough to go in for the kill. He was kind of surprised. It was kind of like last hit on Solos right there. Not follow-up going on. So Ichigo just lost half of his Necromastery right there.
Dire's middle tower
Solo still
is
has
under
20
attack.
Necromastery. He needs to heal. So he has healing staff. Ooh, the courier just upgraded, flying. I mean, like, looks. The donkey looks. I mean, to me, I gotta admit that the
Dire's
donkey
middle
looks
tower is under attack.
better than the Smivel. So Solos has his boots. The other side so has the boots as well. But despite that, he has the magic stick done. Alright, so last hits quite interesting. Last hits is currently dominated by Ichigo, but the denies is being dominated by Solos, 13 to 6. That's quite a big gap right there. But in terms of last hits, only two gap. So going on for the kill. Ooh! So it seems GG! It seems that Solos just took game 2 from Ichigo this time. So basically that marks the end for game 2.
Radiant victory.
Solo just got so it's a tie 1-1 right now. Game 3 will determine who will be the champion of the grand finals of the KD2M Shadow Fiend 1v1 challenge. Brought to you by KD2M. My name is Flavor, so I'll be right back with the game 3 soon. Alright, take care guys.